There we go. Do I have it? I think I got it on. I need to turn the air on because it's very hot in here. Hello, patrons. You're probably saying, why on earth is there another video? This is a follow-up video. And I don't even know if I've ever had to make one of these, but I thought it was important. So I've decided to make a follow-up video. Basically, I've read your feedback, and I've responded to everyone so far on the March 2016 video, but I said, I think it would be better if I just made another short video to talk about some of the things that I read, some of the things I've thought about, and how we're going to proceed from here. So first off, let me start by saying, please don't respond to this video. I can't stop you, but please don't respond to this video. If you can, please type your response to this video on the March 2016 one. If you want, you can even start it by saying, you know, as a follow-up, or this comment is regarding the follow-up video or something like that. So then I know what you're talking about. But if we do it that way, then I can keep all the comments in the same place. Makes it easier for me. First things first, March vlogs came out today, and you may have seen them, and you may have noticed that they still have the day number and the date. And that's because of your feedback. I read your feedback, I took it to heart, and after considering everything, I've decided that as of right now, we're going to keep them. But you will notice that I changed the style. Basically, I decided to change the style to make it a little cleaner looking. I really like the look of it right now. But there was another reason. It was to get the general audience, the non-patrons, comfortable with the idea of change. It's a big change because the vlog title format with the day and the parenthesis and all that has not changed at all since day 0. That's a long time. There's like 2,300 videos where it's all the exact same format. So this, even though it's minor, the information isn't missing, it's actually a huge change. It's a really big deal. And people seem to be taking it all right. There's also a new end slate that I was telling you about. It's in there. It is crazy, and I completely understand that, but in my defense, I'm trying to fit a ton of information in like 10 seconds, so that's why it seems a little bizarre. So basically, what am I doing with stuff now? I changed the format to be cleaner and to get people comfortable with change, and here's my thoughts. You had mentioned, or some of you had mentioned, that people should know. People should know that we're doing these changes, and we should warn them because people hate change, and I agree. So what I've decided to do is to implement these very small changes, just a little bit at a time. Basically, do a tiny change, let it go for a few months, do a tiny change, let it go. And that's the way we're going to handle it because people hate change. But I'm not going to do anything major to the titles until vlogs are caught up because I agree the people should know. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait till vlogs are caught up. Once vlogs are caught up, I'm going to make a vlog that basically says, hey, we're going to get rid of the day. You know, we're going to get rid of the day number. And then once I do that, there will be, you know, everything I told you last time that, you know, when you are watching a vlog, if you just don't touch it, it should, you know, play the next one. There's a link in the description of every single vlog that takes you to the month that vlog is from. So you can quickly get into the playlist, which is what, as a content creator, as a vlogger, I want you to do. I want to get you into that playlist because that is where things run perfectly. You know, if you're watching the 15th of the month, I really want you to not be searching in the sidebar for the 16th. I want you to click on that playlist and get you into that playlist because that's where it's just going to automatically show you everything. So I want to be able to tell people that myself. However, I do think that once all that's caught up, I'm going to kill off days, but I'm not going to kill off the dates. Whenever I brought this information to you guys, I had always like considered the day and the date as one entity, but they're really not. And you helped me realize that. And there were so many of you. I mean, some of you said, sure, kill it. Doesn't matter to me. Some of you said, I'd prefer if you keep both. But most of you fell in the middle. You compromised and you said, you know, the day isn't really important. The day number doesn't really matter, but do keep the date. Because that helps us find things chronologically, and you know, let's be honest, it's easier if there's a video on the sidebar that has the next day number. You can just click it. I understand that. So that's my current plan. My current plan is dish out these changes very slowly. Once vlogs are caught up, I will make a vlog that's like, hey, there's some changes coming. Don't freak out. Here are, you know, different things about YouTube that I want you to know that I've done my best to help. And we are killing the day number. That's my plan. So basically, the days are going to die. and we're going to see how people respond. I mean, we'll give it a month or two, and if everything is cool and there aren't still people like freaking out, then that'll be it, and then we'll just have the title and the date. Now, as far as keeping or getting rid of the date, I've decided that what we're going to do is save that for a later discussion. I think that is the appropriate answer here, because there's enough of you that feel that the date is important, that I'm sure that if we asked the general public, the non-patrons, that they would probably agree. There'd probably be plenty of them that said, you know what, keep the date. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep the date for now, and then sometime in the future, if we decide we want to get rid of it, we'll figure that out then. And I want to share one last thing from my point of view, which you may or may not agree with. I feel that the animosity towards saving the date, saving the date, or getting rid of the date, is largely attributed, and it's my fault, is largely attributed to the vlog being behind. Because people talk about wanting to watch things chronologically, etc. But let's be honest, a lot of that has to do with the fact that you suddenly have to watch 7 vlogs or 10 vlogs or whatever, right? I feel like that's a big problem. If vlogs were caught up, theoretically, if they were caught up, you were getting 1 vlog a day, and I could stay consistent with that, it really wouldn't matter. Because you'd be getting a video in your sub box, and you'd say, that's the next one, boom, and you'd be good. And I understand that people get a day or two behind occasionally, and then they have to catch up. They have a few videos to watch. But 3 videos is a little easier to figure out, and they should arrive in your sub box in order. 3 videos is a little easier to figure out than 10. So I feel like a lot of animosity is my fault, because I've been behind for so long, and people are worried that I will stay behind, which I may always be a little bit behind. It's true, but I'm going to do my absolute best this year to prevent that from happening. I don't want any more 2015 incidents, because this has been crazy, and I want to finally nip it in the bud. Anyway, that was just an observation I had, and I think that's where a lot of people's fear is coming from. And I feel like if vlogs were consistently caught up, like if I could prove it to you guys, if I could stay caught up for a few months, that ditching titles honestly would be less of a big deal. But we'll cross that road when we get there. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. As a reminder, please respond to the March 2016 video. And if you just want to say, if you want to put like follow up in caps with a colon and then talk about whatever you want to talk about, you can. And otherwise, if you're still watching the 2016 video and responding there, I'm still reading the comments and stuff, so you don't have to worry. And I really appreciate all the feedback. Thanks, everyone. Thank you so much for your input and your suggestions. And I can't wait to see what you think about all of the changes and where the vlog is heading, the direction that we're going. All right, thanks. See you next month.